Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video I will be showing you guys some Ultra League battles with this new team I've created. We will actually be getting a 5-1 with this team, so please watch the end of the video, drop a like and subscribe, and with that being said, let's get on with today's video. For the first my opponent's first Pokemon is a Swampert. So we have a really good matchup against my Tangrowth, since grass types are super effective against both water types and ground types, and those are actually Swampert's types. So he does swap out to a Venusaur, and I will swap out to my Typhlosion. This was pretty risky because he could have a counter against my Typhlosion, and Typhlosion is one of the main parts in this team. So I did swap out to Typhlosion since fire types are super effective against grass types, and he actually did shield there. The thing about Typhlosion is that it's so good because of Incinerate. Before, he used to be kind of bad, but they kind of buffed him because of that Incinerate, and especially if you have that Blast Burn, it will actually destroy. But one thing that I do know is that my Typhlosion can take a few Frenzy Plants and one Sludge Bomb from a Venusaur. So he does swap out to his Swampert once again, and I'm super close to getting the Blast Burn, but sadly I couldn't tap fast enough, and he does get a farm down on me. So I do swap back out to my Dragonite, and he does have a Togekiss in the back. That was a really good swap out by me, because if I did swap out the Tangrowth, I would take the bait, and he could have done a lot of damage on my Tangrowth while he fainted my Dragonite. So Rock Slide will do super effective damage since Togekiss is a fairy and flying type Pokemon. Rock types are super effective against flying types, and the thing about Tangrowth is that if a fire type if your opponent's starter Pokemon is a fire type Pokemon, Tangrowth can easily take care of that because of the high health, high defense, and especially because he has a Rock Slide. So I won't shield anything. I am going to go for the farm down. Togekiss against the Dragonite is like pretty hard because dragons are not very effective against fairy types, and fairy types are super effective against dragon types. So that Togekiss did get my Dragonite halfway. That's okay. He does swap back out to his final Pokemon, which is a Swampert. I will shield here because it might be a Sludge Wave, so I will shield. It was only actually Hydro Cannon. Oh, he does throw in another Hydro Cannon. Hydro Cannon will do not very effective damage, but plenty of damage against my Dragonite to get me to Red Zone. Yep, that is super close. I am 1 HP, but I did tap faster than him, allowing me to get that Dragon Claw, allowing me to feint him. Let's go. So I do end up killing his Swampert, allowing me to get that first round win. Good game to my opponent. For the second round, my opponent's first Pokemon is a Dragonite. So once again, even if we do have a bad startup, that Rock Slide will come in super handy, and Tangrowth's defense and health advantage is such a good thing for my Tangrowth because it can withstand matchups like this. So he does actually swap back into his Tangrowth, so I will swap out to my Typhlosion to get that super effective damage. I can't swap out to my Dragonite because he will do super effective damage while I'll only be doing not very effective damage. So one shield goes off and he's one shot, but he does actually stack up 2 Rock Slides. I can take, because Typhlosion also has some good health and defense, I can actually take 1 Rock Slide. As you guys will see here, he does throw in another Rock Slide, and I won't shield. I will survive this, but it will get me really low, but not low enough for him to farm me down. So I do feint his Tangrowth, plus I also got a Blast Burn from that extra energy I farmed down off of him. So he does swap out to a his Swampert, and I will instead of swapping out to Dragonite. I mean, instead of swapping out to Tangrowth, I will swap out to Dragonite. Even though Tangrowth will do super effective damage against that Swampert, I'm mainly using Tangrowth as my counter against his Dragonite. So I do get enough energy for a Dragon Claw to load up, and he does swap out to his Dragonite. I think he does have no more shields left, and this Dragon Claw will do super effective damage. This dragon is super effective against dragon types, and he is super low. And my Dragonite, and he did actually have a shield there. If he did shield, he would have still lost, because then my Tangrowth can come in and use that Rock Slide on him. But I do end up fainting his Dragonite, and then he ends up surrendering, allowing me to get that second round win. Good game to my opponent. For the third round, my opponent's first Pokemon is a Charizard. So once again, if I didn't have Rock Slide and I did start off with a Grass type, this would have been such a bad matchup. But because of that Rock Slide, high defense and high health, once again from that Tangrowth, he is such a good counter against Charizard, even if he is Grass. He does super effective damage while Charizard fully counters my Grass type attacks, but I do double super effective damage with this Rock Slide, since Rock types are super effective against both Fire types and Flying types. So he is down by one shield, and he does not get the farm down. He does get nervous, I think, that I will get another Rock Slide, which will instantly faint him, and he does go in a overheat. So that is an attack debuff, and I will swap out to my Dragonite instead of swapping out to Typhlosion. So he sadly does get another Dragon Claw off, which will do super effective damage. I will have to shield that up just not to risk anything. But that one shield could have come in handy, but yeah. So I do end up taking out his Charizard. I do actually farm him down as well, but I do swap out to my Typhlosion, because if I did stay there, he would of course throw in a Dragon Claw, since I think it's only 4 hits with Fire Spin to get that Dragon Claw for a Charizard. So he does swap out to Gyarados, but because Blast Burn is such a strong move for any Pokemon, it did do double super effective, not very effective damage, but so much damage. So I do have to swap out to my Dragonite, since it is my final Pokemon. This will probably be a Crunch or Aqua Tail, which is no problem. It will do neutral damage, and it was a Crunch, which is okay. I will get a really good farm down and extra energy from his Gyarados. His Charizard is also in his PU, which is more energy for us, revealing his final Pokemon, which is Roserade. So it is a Roserade. Roserade is pretty good if you do not have a Venusaur, but Roserade he does not have as much health as a Venusaur, so my Dragon Claw would have done barely any damage against that Venusaur. But luckily he did get that Roserade out, and my Dragon Claw did some heavy neutral damage with both my Dragon Breath and Dragon Claw, allowing me to faint his Roserade, allowing me to get that 3rd round win. Good game to my opponent. For the 4th round, once again, we have such a horrible matchup. If we did not have Rock Slide for our Tangrowth, and if we did not have a high defense and high health, I would have instantly died to that Scizor, since Bug types are super effective against Grass types, and Grass types are not very effective against Bug types. So he fully counters my Grass type attacks, since Grass types are not very effective against both Metal types and Bug types. So he does throw in a Night Slash probably. It was a Night Slash. Rock Slide will do some heavy neutral damage, because Rock types are super effective against Bug types, but not very effective against Metal types. So I will not throw in any shields against his Scizor, since I could easily just swap out into Typhlosion, and it's like a 4-shot until he dies. So I do get another shield here, which is really good. This allows me to shield I mainly want to focus on my Typhlosion for this team, since it is, I think for this team, I think I would use Tangela as my Tangrowth as my starter, and Shield to like get shields from my opponents, and then Dragonite is a safe swap, and then I would use my Typhlosion to finish them off. So he does have an all bug type team, which was really bad for him because my Typhlosion instantly one-shot everybody with his Blastoise. So yeah, another bug type comes in, and because of that Blastoise doing super effective damage, it instantly one-shots another one, instantly dead. Boom. So another one, and his final Pokemon Scizor comes out once again. It's a 2-shot until he dies. He does decide to throw an ice attack. This is no problem. It will barely do any neutral damage against my Typhlosion. One more hit until that Scizor faints, allowing me to get that 4th round win. Good game to my opponent. Alright guys, so for the 5th and final round, my opponent's first Pokemon is an Empoleon. So this is not a good matchup once again because Empoleon can learn Drill Peck. Drill Peck is a flying type charge move, and flying types are super effective against grass types. But I do neutral damage with my Vine Whip because it is super effective against water types, but not very effective against metal types. So Rock Slide will do not very effective damage since water types and metal types both counter rock types. So I did not shield there because I did think that it was going to be a shield rate with Hydro Cannon, but it was a real Drill Peck. So I think he will shield this just to be safe. Yeah, I think he did shield this. He did, allowing me to. This is pretty good for me because once again, Tangrowth is the shield pressure against my opponents. So I will swap out to Typhlosion and get ahead on energy. I will actually shield this because I think he does have double moves with Hydro Cannon, and it was only a Drill Peck once again. That would have done some pretty good neutral damage, but not enough. I will swap back out to Dragonite, since although Charizard can learn Dragon Claw, which would be super effective against my Dragonite, it is okay. I know that I could take one Dragon Claw, but only one. So I think if he does shield this is really good for us because my Typhlosion can come in and sweep them up easily because what's his name? That penguin is one shot. Charizard will instantly die to a Blastman. One shot. Blastman does half health to Charizards. It does get them half health, but because he is already at half health, this will of course faint him. Yep. So his Empoleon does get off another one, so I'm guessing that this will be another Drill Peck, so I will not shield, and it was actually a Drill Peck. Nice. So he does stop out to his final Pokemon, which is Metagross. He actually didn't let his Empoleon die, which was okay, because I still could be able to do super effective damage against both of them, allowing me to get that 50 on win, allowing me to get 5 wins with this team. So this will actually be the end of today's video. If you guys did enjoy, please consider showing your support by dropping a like, subscribing, and turning notifications on. Please be sure to check out my other videos as well, since I did post some Ultra League battles with